Hi there, you're about to enjoy the Chronicles of Tom and Jamie.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Mann.
Hey guys, my name's Annabelle Knight.
Hello, this is Becky Baldwin.
Hello, I'm Chesney.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Braden from Say We Can Fly.
Hello everybody and welcome to the 122nd edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. And these right here are the Chronicles of Frank Turner. It is I, the bearded Brummy Jamie, and joining me as always this week, it's this handsome fella right here.
It's the Scotsman Tom. And welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast. Hit it!
Ladies and gentlemen, this week we bring you quite frankly a legend in the world of alternative music. A man who's about to release his milestone 10th studio album, Undefeated, which to release on May 3rd. A man known for his trusty acoustic guitar and his sleeping souls. We're hoping he won't tell us to do one. As we say, no, Frank, thank you for the music. As we bring you the Chronicles of Frank Turner.
That was amazing. I'm very touched. That was that must have taken you a while.
I was quite proud of that. I'm not going to lie.
You should be. You should be. That's the best intro on a podcast I've had in a while.
Yes. I think I've disappointed him, but I've made you happy, so that's all that counts.
I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked. By the way, you brought up there something I sort of hadn't really thought about, which is now that I'm out there promoting the album, the first single is a song called "Do One," and it's kind of a double entendre because the song has the word "do" a lot in the chorus. But obviously, we all know that "do one's" a sort of quite gentle, slightly English way of telling somebody to. Am I swearing on this podcast?
Yes, of course you are.
Telling someone to piss off, basically. They don't know that in America or Italy or Germany and places like that. So you try and explain to people that it's also kind of a song called "Fuck Off," and they're just like, "Wow, this is amazing," you know. You know, and I'm not pointing fingers because I don't really speak any other languages other than like GCSE French. So like, I'm not pointing any fingers, but it's quite funny just sort of watching the scales fall from people's eyes. Anyway, right. Where were we?
That was. I mean, obviously you tried your little bit of hand. Well, you got forced to try and do it in Dutch. I did see that.
Yes, yeah, that was sprung on me. It was fun. It's a good time. I mean, I've sung the song. I've recorded it in German, which is out, and we've done a Spanish version, and we're working on some other ones as well. But you know, I'm just good at reading out words off a bit. Look, I've actually, funnily enough, I've got some right here. There's the German one. So you know, I'm good at reading it out. That's not the same as speaking a language.
No, well, yeah. I mean, he seemed impressed. It's quite an insane language, the Dutch.
It is. He'd Google translate the lyrics, and the thing is, you know, it is at least on some level that my work has ambitions towards sort of poetic structure, and you have to sort of like the rhythm comes into it, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Once you make it music, so yeah, that was hard. That one.
It was more insane because it's like, well, how do you know these actually are your lyrics? How do you not know that you're just like maybe sacrificing a goat and you know,
or just sort of just blindly wandering into the valley of cancellation in Holland? You know, who knows? Maybe my career in Holland is already over. I like to think someone would have told me.
Well, you'd like to hope
like to hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But before we talk about all about music, we always like to start this with the same question. What did young Master Turner want to do when he was growing up? Has it always been music for you, or was it like train driver? I don't know.
Depends how young we want to go. I mean, when I kind of got into metal when I was about 10, and from which point on, the only thing I wanted to do was be in a band. And sort of in a sort of startling defiance of the odds, it worked out. And the older I get, the more unlikely I realise that is now. Obviously, when you're 10, you're like, yeah, I'm going to be in a band. Why would I not be in a band? So I, you know, as more time goes by, I'm like, fucking hell, it worked. But before that, I mean, I wanted to be a paleontologist for a bit, which is a fancy way of saying I like dinosaurs a lot. I mean, there was a long period of time when I wasn't sure that being a musician would work out, and I probably would have ended up being a teacher, I suspect, if that hadn't worked. It's important for me to say that I don't mean to say by that I think that being a teacher is easy. It's just it runs in my family. My mum was a teacher for years and years. I find teaching terrifying, actually, but it's probably where I would have drifted to that or paleontology, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that teaching nowadays, the generation that we have must be fucking insane.
I mean, I think it's a hugely admirable thing to do with your time, and requires a lot of skill. So I just sort of, I don't want it to be like, I probably would. How hard can it be? I know the answer to that question. I know the answer to that question, which is very hard. So for all the teachers out there, hats off.
Yeah, we salute you. We absolutely salute you, legends. But like, were you influenced by your parents musically? Like, what sort of stuff are they into?
I mean, in a sort of negative way. I love, I'm sort of old enough now to see all of this with a degree of kind of context, but like essentially my parents sort of don't really believe in drum kits or electrification when it comes to music. And I don't mean that they're like Pete Seeger fans. I mean that like their music taste sort of ended in about 1910, I guess. I mean, Benjamin Britten's a little bit modern to my mum and dad, and that's fine. I mean, that's their taste in music. But like I'm not really sure that my parents knew who the Beatles were until I told them, kind of thing.
Wow.
So that's and then also like essentially. So, I mean, there was music in the house, but it was generally classical music or kind of church music. But my parents are quite religious. And so it was that. There was a little bit of stuff. There was Flanders and Swan. I don't know if you're familiar with Flanders and Swan. They did, you'll know Mud, Glorious Mud, possibly the GNU song, stuff like that. They were kind of music hall-esque kind of thing. We used to listen to that. But I mean, when I was about 10, I got into metal, as I said. I went and got a copy of, I think, either Raw or Kerrang magazine, because it had Iron Maiden on the front cover, and it had an article on Cannibal Corpse in there, and my mum read it and went, no, and basically banned me from buying music magazines or records or going to shows or any listen to radio, all that sort of thing. So not for very long, it's worth adding, but like, there was and like I can now see that if a 10-year-old came home with a kind of a photo shoot of Cannibal Corpse, and didn't really know what it was, I can sort of understand now rather better. But so my parents' influence on my music was more, like I say, negative. I mean, it's a funny thing. You'll notice, by the way, I give long answers to short questions. With all the respect in the world, but I have friends who are musicians or whatever who grew up with their parents' record collection and lots of encouragement from their mum and dad and stuff. And obviously that's good and that's fine, but I just find it quite weird because it's like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, when I was a kid, like I really, really had to like fight to do this to do music full stop, basically. And therefore it's mine and I will defend it. Do you know what I mean? So absolutely.
So what was it then that made you go, do you know what? I actually want to do this. I want to learn to play music.
I mean, I guess I'm one of life's participators. I heard an Iron Maiden record and it completely and utterly flipped a switch in my mind. I'd never really heard anything like it before. Obviously, I was aware of kind of rock music, broadly speaking, because I had a TV. I'd seen Top Gun. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever. But Iron Maiden was just like, holy cow. And then my immediate thought was like, I have to get an instrument and I have to learn how to play. And my best friend, since I was 3, who is still one of my best friends now, we put out a record together called Eating Before Swimming a couple of years ago that you should check out. Anyway, he had a drum kit and he was like, you're getting a guitar, motherfucker. And I went, okay. And it went from there.
That's amazing. But I didn't actually realise until I was doing my research for this, like, call me ignorant, that you started your career in hardcore bands.
Yeah.
I didn't actually realise this.
I mean, Million Dead was the end of my hardcore period. There were bands before then as well. Yeah.
I can't help but wonder now, what do parents think of that?
Oh, they weren't keen, but I essentially, I got shipped off to a boarding school when I was about 7 years old. So my relations with them were pretty arm's length. Anyway, let's not go hugely into that, but let me just say I wasn't a fan of that setup. It wasn't something that I wanted to happen, but there it was. But I mean, essentially, by the time I was about 15, 16 years old, I figured out that there was an active hardcore scene in London. So I just stopped going home, basically. And whenever I was supposed to go home, I would go to London and go to hardcore shows or kind of the Anarchist Book Fair or like, J18 demos, whatever it might be, Reclaim the Streets, all that kind of thing. So they weren't keen, but they also weren't really there. Well, I wasn't there, so there wasn't a huge amount they could do. But I did my first tour in the summer of '98 when I was 16 years old. So in a DIY straight edge hardcore band, and almost no one came.
Almost, as long as someone, fine.
There were a couple of shows where there were some people there, but we did it with the Salisbury show. We booked the tour ourselves. We were all 16 years old, and we got to Salisbury, and the venue had never heard of us, which was encouraging. So we played in a pub down the road to two people who left. Well, they weren't. We were kind of a pretty aggressive, screamy hardcore band called Knee Jerk, and they were not planning on this on their night out, and we're just like, Jesus fucking Christ, shut up. So yeah, but no, yeah, definitely. I mean, the hardcore punk and punk rock, broadly speaking, and hardcore punk specifically, is definitely what I regard as my hinterland.
Oh, how times change when it comes to the size of your crowd. So.
It's true.
So how do you go then from playing hardcore music to doing what you're doing now? What was that shift?
I mean, basically, by the time you get to about 2005, I've been touring on and off for 6-7 years in hardcore bands and with other hardcore bands and listening to hardcore bands in the van. It just all got a bit kind of tedious. Also, because I'd kind of started off with metal and then got into kind of Nirvana and then into punk and then into hardcore, like I would like put it this way. I knew the Minutemen song, Bob Dylan wrote propaganda songs before I'd ever heard any Bob Dylan songs. So my understanding of music was completely inside out. And then, I kind of basically started investigating Neil Young and Johnny Cash and Bruce Springsteen and sort of that sort of territory. And it was all news to me. And I was just going up to people like, have you guys heard like the Rolling Stones? And they'd just be like, shut the fuck up. So it kind of broadened my horizons a lot. And then I was very interested in the kind of singer-songwriting thing. There were practical reasons as well. The last band I was in, Million Dead, kind of fell apart pretty acrimoniously. And I'm old enough now to look back and see the part I played in that. But at the time I felt like I got let down. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, well, fuck everybody. If it's just me and a guitar, then no one can let me down. And there was something quite sort of punk to me about just because, Million Dead got quite complicated, let's say, towards the end musically. We were getting, we were into stuff like kind of Botch and Dillinger and that sort of thing. And like going from that into playing, 4 chords on an acoustic guitar on your own is a wrenching change, and it felt good in the sense that it was like getting me out of any comfort zones I might have developed, and it felt punk in a roundabout way.
I love the fact that 10 years old you knew who Cannibal Corpse was. We didn't know who the Rolling Stones were.
I mean, it's true. I'm not really a Rolling Stones fan. I'm sorry to say, the Beatles are the better band. There, I fucking said it.
I agree, sir. I agree.
Also, we're all aware that the answer to that question is actually the Kinks. Anyway, moving on.
Phenomenal. But you've got your brand new album, your 10th record coming out May 3rd. Are you excited for the release?
Very. I mean, obviously, as the 10th Super K would imply, it's not my first rodeo, but like I'm kind of used to the process now. But like, it's still, it's exciting and nerve-wracking in equal measure. There's new music. I'm excited to share it. I'm kind of nervous for that bit when there's a weird time thing going on with. I spent 2 years making a record that's 44 minutes long, and then somebody listens to it in 44 minutes or less and goes, eh. And you're just like, but that's 2 years of my fucking life. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, actually, they're entirely within their rights. Anyone's entirely within their rights to think whatever they want about my record or indeed anybody else's. So you can't really complain about that. And I am sort of accustomed to that now, but it's an odd thing. But I'm excited about it. I hope that people like it. I mean, it's funny talking about the things we're just talking about. I've definitely in the last couple of records, this one and its predecessor, kind of brought a bit more of my kind of musical starting points back into what I do. The boundaries between me as a solo artist and just the music I like have kind of fallen apart again in a good way, because ultimately the first track on the last album is called Non Serviam, and it's a straight up hardcore song, and I started writing it and thought, well, this will be for a side project, and then it was like, well, why? I mean, it's my name on the front cover and I am me, so I can do what the fuck I want, and here we go. So I'm very proud of it. It's clearly the best record I've ever made, if not the best record any human has ever made ever, and people should pre-order it immediately.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. But you mentioned about people listening to it in less than 44 minutes, or just listening to it once time. I think the Spotify generation these days, people go, "Oh, cool, that was great. What's next?" And then
there is a fair degree of that, and actually, myself, my wife and I have recently we kind of went and got a working record player. Like, I've always sort of like had vinyl around the house, but my wife inherited some family vinyl, and it was like, let's get a fucking proper record player. And like, we're on a bit of a vinyl trip right now, and it is so much better because you put a record on and you fucking concentrate on it and you listen to the music in it. I do think that as you get older, your head fills up to a degree, and I don't think any of us need to lose sleep over that. It's just entropy, man. But like, it does remind me of being a kid and listening to music because you're just much more focused on it, and I think that's a beautiful thing. But I mean, like I said, there's no point in me complaining about the way that my music is received or consumed, or however you want to put it. Ultimately, I put it out into the world.
I don't mean to complain about it, but I just thought that this day and age now, where you got TikTok and all social media.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, TikTok. I mean, like it is the. I mean, I'm on TikTok. I do stuff on TikTok. It's a necessary evil from a professional point of view, doing what I do for a living. But like the first time I went on there, a friend of mine was like, just spend some time kind of looking around it. And I did. And I thought, wow, it's not just that like Western civilization is collapsing. It's that it collapsed some time ago. And we're all fucked. And it's entirely possible that's me being an old man waving a walking stick around. I'm sort of emotionally prepared for that to be the case, but I don't care.
And why should you? Obviously, you've released a couple of singles. Do one, obviously we mentioned that, and No Thank You for the music and stuff. Do you find it difficult to decide what to release as a single?
Yes and no. I mean, I think if we want to get into the weeds of this stuff now, No Thank You for the Music was actually an instant grat track, I think is what people in the industry call it these days. But I mean, essentially, a single, quote unquote, is a song that you're going to send to people who play songs on the radio and hope that they will play it on the radio. And on that level, we actually have, like, my record label, there's a radio plugger whose job it is to try and ascertain which songs would get played on the radio. And given that I don't listen to the radio that much, I'm more than happy for them to make that decision, if you see what I mean. Because it's like, I want to get played on the radio, happy days, that's great. But like, when I'm making the record, I don't think about songs in those terms. So if after the fact somebody chooses that one, it's like, okay, cool, whatever. I mean, No Thank You for the Music, that was a kind of like letting people know I had a new record coming, and I really, really like that song. It's got a kind of like a swagger to it, which I enjoy, and it just sort of seemed like a nice way of kind of like laying out where I am and where I'm going. I mean, there's a lot of the music that I've made in recent years has been very kind of, it's been like a hug. It's been quite sort of nice, and this one's just got a little bit more of a middle finger to it. Just as overall as a record, which I'm kind of into.
You mentioned those two songs there, and I also saw "Girl from the Record Shop." They've all got like very different sounds to them, but are still Frank Turner. Is this the case for the whole album? There's all like different themes and feels to the songs.
I hope so. I mean, it's not. There is a kind of. It's not a concept album. There was a moment in time when it might have been a concept album. Everybody's very relieved that I moved on from that. But like, there was a section of tunes that was kind of, I was thinking about kind of essentially when in the quiet of the night when I'm lying awake, I have arguments with my 15-year-old self, which is an entirely destructive and pointless thing to do. But I mean, and I'm not joking here. This is a thing that I do, and it's as a 15-year-old, I was like most 15-year-olds, I was extremely headstrong, sort of idealistic, purist, black and white in my view of the world and all the rest of it. And on some levels, I think that 15-year-old me would be kind of stoked about who I am now, but at the same time, they'd be furious because I haven't grown up to be Ian Mackay or whatever. I happen to know Ian Mackay a little these days, and Ian Mackay is not the Ian Mackay that my 15-year-old self believed in either, because life is complicated and life is grey, and life is about, grown up life is about compromise, and is the better for it, I might add. But so there is a degree of which there's a fair amount of kind of nostalgia haunting the record. I mean, Girl from the Record Shop is essentially written from the point of view of 15-year-old me, just in case anyone was, including my wife, was thinking that I was walking into record stores and falling in love recently. And like there are some songs on the record. There's a song about a pen friend I had when I was a kid. There's a song about the tube station where my first girlfriend's house was, and just sort of, so there's a little bit of that kind of running through the record for sure. But there's other stuff too. There's a song about the pandemic, which sounds like Meatloaf, and I can't wait for people to hear it.
Oh, wow. Because I was
Yeah.
going to mention, Girl from the Record Shop's got very clashy vibes, I found when I
Thank
listened
you.
to it.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you to say. Job done.
Ah, nice.
But I mean, to answer your question a tiny bit more, like, I mean, I like to keep things varied. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a cool thing to. I mean, I'm aware that I'm not quite Aphex Twin. Do you know what I mean? I'm not the most kind of like broad and creative and original musician operating in the world today. But like, I like to think that there is some breadth to what I do.
I was going to ask, is there any songs on the record, other than the ones we've heard already, that you're really looking forward to people hearing? But you've told us there's a Meatloaf-esque song on there now, so that's answered.
Yeah, I mean, that's yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a song on the record which is a sort of somewhere between Frank Sinatra and a James Bond theme. So
Okay.
you can look forward to that. But I don't know. I mean, this will be meaningless to you because the record isn't out yet. But like, there's a song in particular called "Somewhere in Between," which is the penultimate song on the record, which is one of my favorite songs that I ever wrote. So I'm looking forward to people hearing that one.
You must really fucking struggle for set lists at gigs.
It's I spend so much time thinking about it in a really, really, in a way that is boring to everyone, including me. Like, I just spend all day thinking about it, and I'm not going to start talking about it now because we'll be here for the rest of our lives.
Okay.
Yes is the answer to your question. I do. It's nice, and obviously at the moment I'm going to try and play newer songs because I'm excited about them. But like, I always try and think of a set list from the point of view of an audience member. And I think about being a kid and going to see bands, and I think about being an adult and going to see bands. There are bands that I love where they've got a couple of records that I don't really know, kind of thing. And so, in a headline show, I mean, this is almost always true that there'll be one song off every record I've done, at least, in a headline set. Because some people, it's like, my favorite album ever is your third album, and it's like, oh, we didn't play anything off that one tonight. It's kind of like, that fucking sucks. Do you know what I mean? So just trying to think about it from that point of view. I mean, this is a roundabout way of saying I'm an inveterate crowd pleaser, a populist, my god, in this and in nothing else.
But you need to be, because like, there's nothing more infuriating than going to see a band who've got like a huge back catalogue and like, oh, okay, so you just ignored like 10 years worth of music there. Like,
sure, absolutely. I mean, it's a funny thing. I feel like there's a well, okay, fine, we're getting into it now. Like, when you're writing a set list, there's a degree of leading and there's a degree of following. And leading is kind of playing stuff. If you just do one or the other, then you fail, because leading is sort of playing songs that people don't necessarily know, whether it's new songs or deep cuts or rearrangements of a song. And following is playing the hits. And if you just do the following thing, then you just kind of, like Tom Petty went through this like 20-year period of playing the same set list every night. That was the track listing of his greatest hits CD. And it's kind of like, I sort of get it, dude, but like, fuck. And then on the flip side, you get it, you go and see bands. I mean, he's since started doing different things, but like, I remember going to see Ryan Adams one time and he just played B-sides, and it was like, yeah, all right, fine, fuck you. Like, well done, you annoyed everybody. And it's a bit, it's like, or Bob Dylan's a good example of that as well. I mean, Bob Dylan's one of the greatest writers of all time, but like, the last time I saw him, he seemed to be being willfully bad. And it was like, no one's making you do this. You've got lots of money. You don't need to do shows if you don't want to do it. On some level, you are entertaining a crowd. You're an entertainer. I'm kind of proud that my job description is entertainer. I think that's a cool thing to be.
Absolutely. So just the last thing on the new record. Obviously, as this is your 10th album, it's a milestone album. If you were to like look back and compare it to Sleepers for the Week, how would you compare those two?
I mean, it's difficult to do because ultimately the records I make are very kind of time specific, and it's like that saying, how would you compare being 42 to being 25? And it's kind of like, I don't know what the answer to that could be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I am older, fatter, less flexible, more tattoos, better haircuts. I mean, like, these are the things that have changed, among others. But I mean, I think one thing you could say is, it sounds like I know what I'm doing now, and that's not necessarily, and it doesn't sound like that in Sleepers for the Week, but that's not necessarily a criticism of Sleepers for the Week, because one of the things I think is, not that I'm the right person to comment on this, but one of the charms of that record for me is the sort of sense of experimentation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I had no fucking idea what I was doing. I'd only really been listening to that kind of music for about 3 years at that point, and it was like, I'm going to make an album. And it hits and it misses in different places, and that's kind of charming in its way. But I mean, now I feel like I have a much surer sense of self.
Obviously, before we do let you go, you are about to embark on a US tour alongside with some festival dates as well. How excited are you to get back over the pond, as they say?
I'm very excited. It'll be great. I love it. But I'm now going to address the elephant in the room, because I'm assuming that you two guys are UK based. Yes, there's a fucking UK tour coming. Chill out. Christ alive. Like, number of people, it's like, I mean, again, I shouldn't complain, because people kind of engaging with these kind of posts demonstrates an interest in what I do, for which I'm grateful. But it's just kind of like, you post the US tour and people go, well, there's no Wigan. Like, I mean, I don't know what it's like. No shows in Vienna again. And it's just kind of like, I mean, but that's different. You can tell, it says on the poster. And it's like, we are going to play fucking everywhere, basically. I mean, I always do, but this time around more so, I would say. So there's 10 billion tour dates coming for every different part of the world, and I'm very grateful that I'm able to say that, and I'm very excited for all of them. But yes, there's a fucking UK tour coming. Jesus Christ.
I've never understood people that complain about it. It's like, just travel. If you really want to go that badly, you'll travel.
I mean, I remember the first time, a long time ago, touring over here in the UK with an American friend, because obviously in America they do drive further, and explaining, he was getting a ton of grief for playing in Manchester and not Liverpool. And he was like, I mean, how far is it from one to the other? And I was like, I don't know, like an hour tops kind of thing. And he was just like, what the fuck? People are comparatively housebound compared to America, but it's different cultures and it's different road networks and all that kind of thing. So I do get it. But I mean, I think I have a reasonably good track record of playing. I've played in Bridport, and I've played in Scunthorpe, and I've played in Dunfermline, and I've played in Bangor, and I've played in Folkestone, and lots of other places too. And I will continue to do those things as time goes by.
You're a hero, sir. But just quickly going back to set list and stuff, do you approach like a headline tour differently to a festival set? Because obviously festivals, you've got a set time. So I'm assuming festivals is also get the bangers in.
Festivals are speed dating. A crowd a crowd seeing, like, if your punter's seeing like 10 bands in a day, it's just kind of like, you don't want to kind of get into the weeds too much. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to be remembered in the tent at 11:30. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas I mean, quite often, literally, your headline show is the second date, where you crack out your I don't even know. I haven't been on a second date in a long time. I've been married. What the fuck am I talking about? This metaphor is spiraled out of control. I apologize.
It's all good, Frank. Don't worry about it.
I love it.
So essentially, to sum up, coming to see my shows is like dating me, presumably, or like, this is awful.
Should we?
One way senator. I like it.
We'll just edit that a bit out if you want.
No, it's fine. I don't. No, leave. I'm protesting that. Leave it in.
Okay.
Brilliant. Obviously, we are very conscious of time. I know you do have things to do, but before we let you go, any plugs, social medias, websites, all that jazz?
Yes, I mean, you can find most of what I do on the internet by going to this amazing website called Google and typing my name into it, and it will tell you things about Facebook and Instagram and fucking TikTok and all of that sort of good stuff. But I mean, the important thing to me, obviously, is that there's music coming out into the world. There's a new album on the May 3rd. There's a 7-inch coming out for Records Tour Day. There's and as we have discussed, tour dates.
Frank, so thank you so much for this. We've had an absolute blast.
It's been my pleasure. I'm sorry this is slightly curtailed. I have another interview to get to, but this was lots of fun, and we should do this again with more time sometime.
Yes, sounds like a plan. Yes, please. That'd be great. But thank you so much for your time, Frank. Have an absolutely wonderful evening.
Yeah,
look after yourself.
Have a good one. Yeah, take care.
Take care, fella. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Jamie, what are we going to do? We're 2 weeks off after this.
I know.
It's brutal.
It's going to be weird. I'm like excited for you, and for me, I'm just like, what am I going to do myself? Oh.
I mean, it's only one evening a week, or 2 evenings a week. So, but I know what you mean. Yeah, guys, for those of you unaware, this is our last show for technically 3 weeks, because I am off to the United States of America this Friday when this episode's released. So I hope you're all enjoying this show right now whilst I'm currently flying over the Atlantic. So yeah, we're going to be away for a few weeks. I just need to recharge. I just need to get the fuck out of here and just like, do you know what I mean? Just go right and then come back fully fresh faced and jet lagged to fuck. So can't wait.
Tom, how you feeling? Are you relaxed? I'll be honest, mate. I'm bollocks.
Yeah, literally.
It's gonna be.
I got my rota for the week I come back, and I come back on the Saturday at 12:30 lunchtime, and I work Sunday.
Oh,
so I'm gonna be like, I reckon I'll wake up at like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. because I'm gonna be 6 hours behind. So it's gonna be weird, but still, I'm looking forward to it.
It's fine.
Jamie, people that buy scratch cards, right? That play said scratch card, know they haven't won anything, right? But still go back to the store and go, could you check it, please?
Oh, I've never understood.
Just to make sure.
I used to have that when I worked at Morrison's. People come up and say, can you just double check this for me? Do 3 of the numbers match? No, they don't. You haven't
That's
won.
The lottery. That's the lottery.
No, I'd both. I'd have both.
Oh, the lottery I get. The lottery I understand. Because you never know, do you? You could win some fucking bonus thing or some... But they have so much bollocks on there now. It could be like a bonus thing. You go, oh. So... But scratch cards, I don't understand.
No.
Because you can physically fucking read it for yourself.
I've once I used to know someone that would buy them and literally just scratch off the 4 numbers that you have to put in the machine.
Yeah.
And just scratch that off and get them to check it.
Why?
Because I don't fucking
What's the point in that? Oh, I want a scratch card. I'm not going to scratch it.
Yeah,
but isn't that the point of the game? For a bit of excitement or whatever the fuck they're for?
I don't know. Like I said, it was when I worked at Morrison's. People that shop at Morrison's, they need to question themselves for support that shit company anyway. So there we are.
Yeah, I remember when I first was start working for Morrison's, the little one, somebody won 20k on one of them, I think, or 130 or whatever the grand prize was, like the first reel.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was like, that's pretty decent.
Yeah. What's that? Run off the card.
Yeah, we're not playing the Syndicate. There's a TV show called The Syndicate based on that, isn't there?
Is there? I don't know.
Yeah, where the people are in a lottery syndicate, and every series obviously they win, but like people fuck them over and all that sort of stuff. And I think it was a BBC show. I swear, Kerry used to watch it when we were together back in the day.
Interesting concept for sure.
Yeah, I think Neil Morrissey. Neil Morrissey's in one of the series, and someone from Coronation Street was in it as well. Who was like a massive... I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
But anyway, I just found that really random. Lottery I get, but scratch cards I don't, because it explains to you... I suppose some of the really long ones, when it's got loads of games on, are a bit like, But, you know... I mean, have you got a bird, a number, and a gold bar, you win £1. But if you got a gold bar, a bird, and a baby, you win fuck all. If it's a baby, a gold bar, a leaf, and a number 1... You're like, sorry, I don't get this. But yeah, it's just when it's when they know they've lost. They said, "Oh, can you check it just in case?"
I'm in denial. I really need this money.
Yeah.
Check it.
Also, just on the basis of walking back from work, some absolute douchebag thought it'd be I don't get it. Hilariously to shout a random shit out of his van, then hide in the seat. Yeah, I know. And his missus was like, just full on staring at me, and I was just like, "All right, cool."
Why?
Like, I don't know. He obviously got a massive rage on for it, but it's just like he's like, "What?"
That's what makes it funnier. You don't even know if what they said was insulting. They could have been complimenting you. Fuck knows, because you're driving at 30 miles an hour, you idiot.
He was in the McDonald's drive-through car park, my drive-through bit, so he was just stood still. But it's the fact that I didn't hear it. And if it was a compliment, Jamie, he wouldn't have hid. So
very true.
Yeah, I just felt really random, and people need to grow up a little bit. So
Plus, if you want to act hard in front of your girlfriend, maybe don't hide in the seat. I don't think she really likes that bit too much.
I bet he got a right fucking rage on. I bet they were just shagging after that, like, oh god, you really told him what for with you? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you love it. Yeah, we love it. We love it. Blah, blah, blah. That sounds absolutely. Oh my god, you really got that, Ginger.
Well, as long as you're okay, I don't want this adding to your blah, 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 complex. Just making things worse for you.
I had my music on. I was just like, all right, but whatever floats your boat, mate. You really want me to stick it in?
People are stupid.
I had a thought as well, right? What if birds had human fears? Right? What if birds were fucking terrified of heights?
Don't say heights.
Like, Jimmy, Jimmy, your kids need feeding. Jimmy. Yeah, love, I'm not coming up there. Jimmy, no, come on. It's all right. Helen, look, I don't want to come. I'm fucking terrified. Can we live on the floor? No, because if we live on the floor, love, we'll get eaten. We're going to die down there. We're up in here. Some predators can't get us. No, love, you know what? No, sorry, but I can't stand heights. I just can't do it. I can't even fly. Fucking it, flying too. I don't want to, because if I fly, I'm in the air. That's her height. I can't deal with it.
Today's the day, Sharon. No, can't do it. Can't do it. Back down.
I love the idea if he's like, he's just got a claw on him, and on his claw, he's like dangling. Like, let me go. Just let me fucking go. I don't want to be up here. Yeah.
I love that. Because, yeah, we need to stop giving animals personalities. We're just creating this great kids' children content, I feel like, on the show.
You've got, like, dogs have massive personalities. Cats have dickhead. Like, so I was just thinking about it, like birds. You know what I mean? It's like, I wonder what goes through their mind. Fucking flying! I don't know. Is it that? Or is it like, oh, my God, this is amazing! Or is it like, holy shit, I just don't look. That's why they fly forwards. It's like, just don't look down. Just don't look fucking down. Look,
it'll be all right if I don't look down. I'll be fine.
Yeah. We'll just keep going. Just don't look down. Oh, you want me to swan dive? Are you fucking joking? I'm not bombing down there. I'll just run. For fuck.
I'm going to shit myself, Sharon. If it lands on that guy's head, I'm sorry, but I'm going to shit myself.
I remember when a pigeon got stuck in our kitchen at Specsavers in Cardiff, and every time I went near it, just pooed and pooed and pooed and pooed, and it just didn't stop. And like, what have you eaten? Where is this coming from? I was just like, and then when I had all of it, it's just like shit. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude! And I threw it out the window. Could you imagine if I'd accidentally maybe like injured or something? I threw it out the window, it just went whee, and it hit the floor. It didn't. It flew away, but still.
I hate heights.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I'm up here, fuck's sake. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? I love being in your kitchen.
I was hiding. My wife was trying to make me fly.
And also, just finally, if anybody, when they have a birthday, says they've leveled up, you can get in the fucking bin and grow up, all right? I'm so fucking sick of it. Oh, I've leveled up to level 37, have you?
Where the fuck did that come from?
Do you want your alphabetic spaghetti and your fucking potato smiles now, do you, for dinner? Jesus Christ, you fucking child. Oh, God, it winds me up.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. It really annoys me. Anyway.
I'm thinking now, because it was the wife's birthday last week. I'm like, did she say that? Is that where he's got that from?
I've had that written there for weeks. So,
okay.
Yeah. It was just meant to be a bosh. There you go. Anyway, let's move on. Cynical old fucker. Wait, I'll be there on my 37th birthday with a fucking pipe at newspaper, like, bloody hell, fucking kids today. I don't give a fuck if you're older than me. Yeah.
Oh, I had a thought the other day. I was on a train, and you had your stereotypical British classic football hooligans chanting their fucking songs that are parodies of other songs about the players on the team or whatever. Never understood it. Why is it only football that gets that sort of fan?
I don't know.
I've never understood it.
It's just the attention that it brings, I suppose. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, rugby fans chant and stuff, and they drink a lot. But I suppose, like, I don't know, I find like England rugby fans are all like, oh, Derek, have you seen the Ruggers? Bloody love a bit of the Ruggers. Oh, yes, Quentin, Mummy's let us out to the day, you know, we're going to enjoy some good tussling, yes. I'm excited for the tussle. Yeah, I don't understand.
You can imagine, like, golf fans being like, Tiger Woods, hole in one. It doesn't happen.
Tiger Woods loves to shag loads of different women. Was married. What a prick.
I said to Becky, I was like, could you imagine me getting like really excited if Seth Rollins won at WrestleMania and she'd be like, Rollins, he's number one. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't happen.
They're really, it's like moronic chanting though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So Chelsea's is Chelsea, Chelsea. That's it. So I mean, like, oh my god.
How long did it take to think of that?
Do you know what, mate? It kind of reminds me where I am. You know what I mean, Dave? So basically, I forget where I think I've got Alzheimer's. So if I chant it 4 times, then I remember where I am. Because Liverpool have one. Everyone, Liverpool. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. But you know what's even more annoying? Is it gets in there and it won't fucking get out.
Yeah, I spent the next like half an hour singing their songs, and I don't even know who the fuck they were talking about. Yeah, earworms. I don't know what the Villa one used to be. It was like Aston Villa FC.
Everyone's got those.
Yeah.
Everyone's got those ones as well.
I think that's the only one I remember.
They are by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. I believe the rest of it is. Yeah, it just. Oh God. Oh, I feel like we our IQ's just gone down by talking about it. I feel I was like, bomb, Willie. We have one each.
I just don't understand why it's only football. Why do no other sports have this?
I'd love it if it's not the bowls. And the old people.
It's simply amazing.
Go on, Grandad Jack.
I need to bring it in.
Please shut the fuck up. Sorry. My because I started saying Grandad Jack, my watch decided to call Jack, who I used to work with. I better delete that number. Yeah. It was like, do you want to call Jack? Like, not really, no.
I especially want to call him Grandad.
Yeah, which is even weirder. So because he's definitely younger than me. So how's that work? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's talk about the birds and the bees, shall we? But yeah, I've never got it. I think darts fans do it all the time.
Yeah, but I think the whole point in being a darts fan is to sit there and get pissed as fuck and watch them. So
yeah, I swear that British sports is getting lazier.
I guess it's British sports, isn't it? I think that's what we've just narrowed it down to. Yeah,
but cricket. Go get them. It's like a dog's game, isn't it?
Just narrowed that down beautifully.
Like fetch.
Oh,
no, don't worry. We won't run. I just scored 6 by smacking it over there. 6 runs, that is. I moved.
Well, great at this, Dave.
Yeah, this is perfect. I don't got a beer.
How's that?
What's for lunch? Strawberries and fucking cream? Are you joking? It's not fucking Wimbledon. Yes. So tennis, you have to shut the fuck up.
Yes. Distract them.
So, but I always remember at Wimbledon, I can't remember what year it was. Russell Howard brought it up, but I also saw the same clip. I can't remember what game it was, but there was a lady with giant memories, shall we say. She had lovely bosom, okay? And I think she might have been, I can't remember who was playing, but every time her favourite player won a point, she'd jump up and down in celebration. So the cameraman just went, "Thanks, love. We'll have a little look at that. There we go. Perfect. Yeah." And now back to the game. And he went back quite a few times. So hopefully he got fired.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure that's creepy as fuck.
It is very creepy.
Yeah. Oh, where's that woman with big ass titties? So I better get her on camera. Yeah. At Wimbledon as well.
British sports.
Yeah. Woo! Sports and titties. Yeah.
Sports, titties, a bit, tits a bit, tits a bit.
Quiet, please. Quiet. Anyway, can we get our IQ level back up again? Jay,
Yes,
how you doing?
I'm good, my friend. I'm rather tired because I'm on nights, so my body clock again is just going. But there we are.
It's gone what? Sorry.
Gone.
Is that what your body does when you're tired?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, it goes like that.
Okay.
I'm really struggling to sleep this time. Does my head in.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just really struggling. When I'm on nights, some weeks I'll sleep great, and then other weeks my body will just go, "No, it's the daytime. You're not supposed to be sleeping." I'm having one of those weeks this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'm on the same level as you because I feel knackered. So, but I think because the job's so mentally, like I have to be on it all the time. So when I can't work, I'm like, fucking hell. Like, I haven't even done the exercise, but Jesus Christ, I'm shattered. So yeah, I totally feel your pain, man. But I think the fact that you keep doing loads of different shifts is probably not very healthy. I think we say this every week.
Yeah, probably not. But there we are. What about you? How are you, other than being tired?
We're talking about it. I think as you start talking about it, you go, "Oh, do you know what? Actually, I could just not off here to be all right. I quite like this. This is lovely. This, yeah, I feel bollocksed. But obviously, I'm done now for 2.5 weeks.
He's excited.
Yeah, I like tomorrow. I've already put a wash on tonight. I'm like, right, that's my worksheet ready for when I come back.
Like it.
And I just need to get a few more jobs. But I want to have like maximum choice of everything I own to like what I'm going to take with me. But also make sure that all my worksheet's ready for when I come back, because obviously I'm in like the day after I get back. So it's just to make sure that everything's already there and ready to go. So that I'm not like, fuck, I got to do, fuck it, oh shit, I got that to do as well. So yeah, it'd be quite nice to come back and be like, right, what's going on? So
it's very clever. I like it actually.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm pretty shattered. But it's just because work is like, fuck, it's just intense mentally. Physically, not so much. I like walking there and back, but that's about it, really. So yeah, man, just buzzing for the States now, ready for Revolution this Sunday. Like, just can't fucking wait. I'm not, however, looking forward to the 9-hour flight. Yeah,
hopefully you can sleep for a good chunk of it.
Can't sleep on public transport.
Maybe not then.
Especially airplanes, especially budget airplanes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Where the leg room is like, but from my hip to about my groin. So I'd be like, oh, cool. I have no room for my legs anywhere. Fantastic. But they've got in like airline entertainment. They've got entertainment on board, so I'm hoping I can just watch some TV and just like chill. It'd be quite nice. So yeah, it'd be pretty decent. So what have you doing yourself, man?
It's been a fucking busy week, to be fair. I was off most of last week. I only came back to work Monday night. I don't know what day it is today. But yeah, so I've mostly been off. Last week was the wife's birthday. It was her birthday on Friday. So Thursday, me and the kid made her a birthday cake. It was like the most chocolatey chocolate cake ever, covered in Godzilla pictures. Because I said to Olivia, what do you want to make, mommy? And she said, a Godzilla cake with lots of chocolate. So mission accomplished. She was happy with that. Then on our actual birthday, we had afternoon tea. We had an Indian on the evening because the kid was at school, so we couldn't really do a lot. And then on Saturday, we went to Legoland Discovery, which was an incredible letdown, to be honest with you. It was a bit shit.
Where's that? Windsor?
No, not. It's in Birmingham.
That explains it.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be like this family activity thing, like Legoland Windsor is, because we've been to Windsor, and it's good fun there. We thought, I can't. It's about like pint sized. You go in, there's a little ride where you're like shooting lasers and shit. That was fun. You go into like this mini kingdom where it's basically just Birmingham built out of Lego bricks. It's pretty cool. And then after that, it's basically just a giant kids play area where they build Lego. It's not really fun for families. It's just basically mom and dad sit down and let the kid run around. But yeah, that was eventful because the kid had a tumble. She was in the soft play area and went up 2 steps. And then some kids decided she wasn't moving fast enough and kicked her down 2 steps and landed right on her fucking arm. Yeah, she came out. She was like, Daddy, I've been hurt. She didn't tell us that she was kicked by some other kid. She just said she fell. That was all we knew. She fell. We just thought she took a tumble. And she's like, her arm hurt. We've got a first aider. First aider, I was shouting him out on here. I didn't catch his surname, unfortunately. But Dan, who works at Legoland Discovery in Birmingham, you are a fucking hero. Like, he was brilliant with her. That kid don't talk to people. You've met her. She don't talk to people. But she was talking to him. He was looking after her. He gave her a free slushie. He gave her a free minifigure and some like cards and stuff like that. He was great with us. A massive thank you to that guy.
That's why she's fucking talked to him. She got us a free shit.
Well, yeah. But no, he was great with her. But we thought nothing of it. We were like, oh, she's just had a tumble. She'll be all right. We were like, we'll crack on with the day. Like, if she's not better tomorrow, we'll get her checked out. So we cracked on with the day. We went and played mini golf at this new place in the Bullring, never been before. That was good fun. Then we went and had Italian food. So Becky's what Becky wanted to do for her birthday. But Sunday morning, we woke up and the kid was still like, no, I can't move my arm. I'm in a lot of pain. So we thought, here we go. We're going to the children's hospital then. 5 hours we were waiting to find out that she has fractured her arm. And so she's got to wear like what was it called? A cuff and brace. Basically keeps her arm there. Bless her. And it's her right hand, and she's right-handed. So she's having great fun not being able to do anything with her right arm. But it was when we were walking out of the hostel, she's like, I don't know why those kids kicked me down the stairs. We're like, hold the phone. What? Why didn't you tell us this? There we are. So, yeah. Kids had an eventful few days. She's using a laptop at school because she can't write. She can't swim, so swimming's cancelled. She can't do PE, so she's sitting inside at playtime. Poor little mite. But there we are. But after we went to the hostel on Sunday, we went out for my mum's birthday. We went to the family carvery for that. Place was fucking busy, but carvery on a Sunday to be expected. And then Monday, I went to go see the kids. Spent a lot of time with Harrison. I don't get what it is with the current generation and playing with these simulator games. I thought this was just Harrison, but apparently I was talking to the guy at work and his son plays them as well. He's been playing this American truck simulator where basically you pick up a delivery and drive it halfway across America and then deliver it. That's the game.
What?
And he literally told me that one evening he sat there for 3 hours playing this game, just driving across the United States on this game.
Okay.
He's got like a full wheel simulator set up and everything. He's just sitting there in his computer chair, just driving across America. I was like, what?
As you do, I suppose.
But he's got this American trucks one. He's got an English trucks one, farming simulator.
Yeah.
So you can...
Yeah.
I think he's got a bus simulator. There's a pressure wash simulator that I've seen.
Yeah, I've seen people raving about that pressure washer one.
I'll be honest, I keep looking at him like, do you know what? I reckon that's actually probably quite satisfying because I do like pressure washing things. But not to sit there and play it all day on a fucking video game. I want to properly pressure wash it.
It feels like the world are making us idiots.
Pretty much.
I want to drive the fake thing to the fake place. Yes. Okay. I'll be here for 4 hours doing the same. And people's like, you're right. Yeah, why? Like they're under the power of the demon headmaster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's so funny because he's trying to turn this corner with this like 4 fucking trailers, and he's like, I can't get around this corner. It's not really. I was like, this is the weirdest game rage I've ever seen in my life. I can't get around the corner with my tractor trailer.
Well, I don't lie to you, Dad, right? In parallel parking's fucking wonderful, but this corner's a bastard.
It's exactly that.
So weird. Like, it's not even real.
I thought it was just Harrison being Harrison. And then I was talking to a guy at work and he's like, oh yeah, my son plays a flight one. He literally sat there for he did a 24-hour flight. He flew from the UK to Australia in real time. I was like, why?
Oh, I don't get it. Yeah, it's clearly a generational thing.
Bring back Super Mario.
Mate, we're so out the loop now.
Really are. I've never felt so old in my life.
Yeah, when you get to that point where they start saying shit, you're like, oh no. I'm now not down with the kids anymore.
No.
I remember being like, oh, Mum, you have no clue. You have no idea. And now you get to the point where it's like, oh, what the fuck is Riz? Where's this come from?
No, now I have no clue or no idea what is going on.
No, seriously, what the fuck is Riz?
Charisma. I found this one out. I questioned because I was intrigued.
It's charisma?
Yes, Riz is charisma. If you've got Riz, it means you've got charisma.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the new dictionary soon. It's just going to be like 2 or 3 letters a word. There's going to be no full words anymore. Everyone's going to talk in like 3 or 4 letters. It Riz. Yeah. Abs.
It will be. Every word will just be the first 3 letters and you'll work it out for yourself.
Yeah, loot. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's just no hope.
I don't know.
So now I've got simulator games and now we're going to have words with 3 or 4 letters in.
We're all fucked.
Oh, dude.
We're so fucked.
Just blow us up now. Just blow us up now.
But other than that, watching wise, me and the wife finally started Grey's Anatomy. So it was going to be our slow binge, and we're on season 2 already. So we'll see how this goes.
Who picked Bones?
I can't remember. I think it was me.
Was it? Because
she was watching it when we got together, and then we sort of fell off it. And I think I'm the one that said, "Should we start it again from the beginning?" Because I did quite enjoy Bones.
Because you definitely didn't pick Grey's Anatomy.
It was a joint decision, Grey's. She was like, "Should we watch Grey's Anatomy?" And I was like, "Do you know what? I've heard good things. Let's give it a try." So
I'm so sorry.
I'm actually quite enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. It's quite good.
Do you know that's going to take your entire life to get to the end, to get to where it is now?
Well, I wasn't expecting to be on season 2 already, so God knows how long it's going to take us at this rate.
Yeah, you'll be dead by the time you get to series 20.
But to be fair, me and Becky said to each other, like, we've actually had time together because of being off work. Now I'm back at work. It's going to take us ages to get through it.
The thing as well is, like, hasn't every fucking character died now? So is that the whole premise of the game? Like, everyone just dies all the time. You're like, what's the... As soon as you hear chasing cars by Snow Patrol, you know someone's dying. Get the tissues ready. Yeah, when chasing cars comes on, it's like, well, there's a death. Someone somewhere's died.
To be fair, I was thinking when I was looking at 19 seasons, I was like, I better not get attached to any of these characters because I bet not a single one of them is in it at the end. Probably just Meredith Grey because her name's in the title, so she's probably going to survive. Other than that, no one. I don't.
Yeah, I have no... I think because it's so fucking big now, I'm like, yeah, do you know what? I'm not going to bother with that. But I think I get quite bored of it after a while. Especially when I mentioned it a while back about hospital shows that just, have you got insurance? No, I can't save you then, sorry.
That was one of the episodes. The guy was like, yeah, I need this life-saving surgery, but I can't afford it. So I was just like, wow. The fact that actually has to be a decision in some people's lives is ridiculous.
And if the way the UK keeps going this way, we'll be in the same position. So
yeah, pretty much.
Hooray!
Yay! What about you? How are you? What have you been up to, my friend?
Reentering, I think, more than anything else. Catching up with a lot of AEW because obviously I'm going to be there on Sunday for Revolution. Did I mention I'm going to America?
Once or twice, yes.
So I've seen Vicky, I've seen Beth, been hanging out, I've seen Lucy, just been chilling, just like catching up with people. I saw Liam. I went and saw Liam on Saturday night. Met his new girlfriend. Well, I say new, they've been together for a while, but I've been around a while.
New
so yeah. She's really nice. I had a few drinks with them in the Frog. I watched Scotland versus England in the rugby on Saturday.
Oh, how was that? I don't actually see the score for that.
Did you not?
Oh, you've got a smile on your face. I think I know where this is going.
Did you not? Oh, Jay. We conceded 2 minutes into the first half. I was like, oh, it was like 10 points in 5 minutes for England. I was like, oh, here we fucking go. And then we just absolutely turned it on. I don't know where it came from, but I loved every single set. We beat them 30-21.
Nice.
So, yeah. Oh, I was just... So I was like buzzing. So I was like, I need to celebrate. Liam was like, I'm going out. I was like, I'm coming. Sunday, my head hurt a little bit. Celebrated a bit too much, I think. But no, that game was amazing. We just were just all over him. It was great. So that first 5 minutes, like, fucking hell, okay. And then I don't know what happened, but it just went, after about 20 minutes, it was like, right, should we play now?
What a wait now. We should probably make some effort.
Yeah, so I've now got to find a way to watch the Italy game next Saturday. Yeah, in the States. I'll find a VPN or something, be fine. But I think it's like a 2:15 kickoff, so it's like 9:15 in the morning. Or 8:15 in the morning or something. I mean, that's what a hell way to wake up coffee. Scotland on, dude. Oh,
that's a dream for you.
Living the dream. Yeah. That's living the fucking dream right there. But yeah, so me and Braden talk about going for walks and like going downtown and all that sort of stuff. I'm just buzzing and just fucking excited. I'm just, like I said, just not looking forward to that 9-hour flight. So I'm getting ready for that. So I'm doing my washing. Like I'm getting shit sorted. I've washed my bed in ready. Just so I had a fresh bed to come. Even though I've been sat there for 2 weeks. Just that sort of shit, really. I haven't really. I watched our documentary again yesterday. I watched the first episode of Daddy. Have you started Daddy yet?
No, I'm probably going to start tonight, actually.
Oh, the first episode. Oh my god, it's just like he doesn't hang around. He's firing shots already. It's fucking superb.
I'm really not surprised somehow.
Like, it's great. So I'm gonna watch the second one tonight. But yeah, like just re-entering a lot, man, really, to be honest with you. We're just going and seeing people and hanging out. Like, not a whole ass. A lot's really going on. Yeah, my mum came and had my mum came and had an eye test, but we went to see Jonathan Pye on Sunday night in Cardiff.
Of course.
At the Cardiff International Arena. Yeah. Me, my sister, my mum, and family best friend Abby, we all went to watch Jonathan Pye. Fucking amazing. Just the fact that he went on a rant for about 10-15 minutes about Rishi Sunak and how much of a prick he is just one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. And like people were cheering and clapping. He was like, I'm not finished. And he kept going. It was just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like the only thing and the Royal family, the only thing with him is it's like you kind of need people that don't know who he is to be dragged to these shows, because then I reckon they're sat there going, fucking hell, do you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
And that's why I always share his videos, because it's like, people need to watch him. Did you watch that video I sent you?
No, I haven't actually.
Of course you fucking didn't. Yeah, of course you did.
Brains melted. Leave me alone.
All right, if you say so. But yeah, man, just get ready for the States. Oh, do you know what else is really fucking sexy? Right. So I got paid from work today. I was actually quite shocked. I got like nearly the full amount. And I was like, oh, sweet. So paid bits. Then all of a sudden, it was like, you've been paid this much. And I was like, wait, hang on. Where's that? And then my old job have paid me a load of money again. So I was like, oh, sweet. Straight to the dollars. America's going to be fucking amazing.
I'll be a bit of unexpected payments.
Dude, it was gorgeous as well. It just literally like most of my rent back straight away. I was like, well, that's fucking excellent. Thank you very much.
Incredible.
Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. So yeah, but yeah, man, just can't wait. I like this, the episode back when I come back in a couple of weeks, people are going to be like, oh my God, they're still talking. It's been an hour and a half. Tom is still fucking going on.
It'll be like reverse of what we used to be like. What are you up to, Jamie? What have you been up to, Jamie? Fuck all. You?
Pretty much. But let's hear from the man himself.
Oh, yes.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Braden from Say We Can Fly. Just letting you know, got a brand new merch store out there.
Please let me say the link. Let me say the link, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes, you can say the link. Yes, all right. Okay. So the link for the shop.
So the link for the shop is www.saywecanfly.shop.
All right, good job, Seamus. So www.saywecanfly.shop. 10% off if you use the code.
Let me say the code. Let me say the code, please.
Okay, fine. You can say the code. If you use the code.
The code is The Chronicles.
What? No, it's not.
The Chronicles.
No, it's not. It's The Chronicles, Seamus.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The Chronicles at checkout, all right? You get 10% off.
10% off?
Yes, they know, Seamus. Okay?
I'm just trying to help, all right?
Visit www.saywecanfly.shop and use code The Chronicles for 10% off your order. Available at participating Say We Can Fly restaurants and web stores. Some restrictions may apply, but probably not.
Jamie.
Yes, sir.
It's time for your favourite segment of the week.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All the way from Marbella. It's time for Callum's Treachings.
Do you want to know something? Callum will be able to tell you in Callum's Treachings.
Is cereal soup?
Ooh.
Hello, this week's Treachings come from the set of my own podcast, That Gym Couple Podcast, that I host with my partner Lucy, where we discuss all things gyms, fitness, gym anxiety, and a bunch of other stuff in between. If you do have the opportunity to come and check us out at That Gym Couple Podcast on Spotify and YouTube, we'd very much appreciate it.
Welcome to another edition of Callum's Treachings. Jamie, what is Callum treaching us this week?
When a video is paused, it's a picture. When audio is paused, it's nothing.
Whoa, Jesus, straight away. Holy fuck.
Shit, he's right.
Do you remember when you used to have to pause VHS or whatever? It was like, just did all that statue shit when it kept jumping around, like pissing people out, they were moving, like jigging. Like, have a little boogie. Oh, I want to make a cup of tea. Pause. Ace Ventura's there, like, way. But yes, like, it's amazing how far TV and stuff's come now. The fact that you can pause live TV. Do you remember when it was like a big all the rage? You can pause live TV. And everyone was like, oh my God, this is incredible.
The thing is, though, it was because the amount of times you used to go, oh, I really need a piss, but I'm enjoying this show and I need to wait for the advert break. Please hurry up before I piss myself. Now, technology has saved our bladders.
Yeah, I think a lot of injuries were being caused due to it's on. And people running like fall over and break their foot and shit. Like, oh shit, fall on the stairs or something. Whereas now we can just be like, God, I'm dying for a piss, but oh yeah. Pause. Audio wise, that's so nuts.
That's weird. I never thought of it like that.
So you can literally have us talking like blah 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 blah. It's because I sometimes go, is it still playing? Have my headphones fucked up? What's going on here? Has the internet cut out? How would audio? I don't know how it even.
How weird. I was literally just thinking, what would be the audio version of the wavy lines from the VHSs?
I was thinking, pause.
Just
Pause.
keep saying it.
Yeah. I can't
I
think of
just
anything
fucking
else.
play, that's annoying.
I'd love it if it had like pause music.
Like on hold music.
Yeah, and it's just like Cannibal Corpse or something. Just to go in line with our interview this week. Yeah. Just so it's like.
We apologise for this brief delay while you have paused your music.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like elevator music or something.
While you stopped your music, we're going to play you different music.
Or that, or you pause it. It's like, come to Nationwide, where you save, or like just adverts start playing. Like, no,
fucking throwing adverts in there where they're not necessary.
Yeah,
looking at you, Amazon Prime,
mother lovers. I got rid of my Prime because I don't know why. To be quite honest with you, but there we are. Anyway, Jamie, what else is Callum preaching on this week?
Good coffee is better than good tea, but bad tea is better than bad coffee.
Right. Hang on. My brain just went.
He's going to process this.
Good coffee is unbelievable. I find tea really difficult to nail.
I agree with that.
Do you know what I mean? Like that it's really difficult. And then you see these fucking videos online where it's like, don't push the bag against the bean, you make it bitter. Don't put the milk in first because that would make you insane. You know, that bollocks. So I'm like,
you like it.
Well, yeah. But I do you leave it? How do you leave the bag in for 5 minutes? Do you leave it in for 1? Do you leave it in for 30 seconds? Like, what's the actual amount of time that But my grandma, God rest her soul, not Israel, but still, rest her soul, was like, used to make the most banging tea I've ever had in my life. I don't know how she did it.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah, with Yorkshire tea. So Yorkshire is just unbelievable. So I'd use Yorkshire tea, and I just can't nail it how she used to.
It's you've got to get it. It's that exact amount of brewiness. But it's
But
I never know.
How can the only way you can make bad coffee is if you put too many beans in? I imagine.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I know you don't drink it, but like instant, if you put shitloads in, I reckon it'd be like fucking hell. Like, you know, make your hair. Oh my god, I can't get my words out. Your hair stand on the back of your neck and back, probably knowing us at our age. And toes,
and toes.
So weird. It's just like the big toes, like got its own fucking ecosystem. You're right on that, David. Are you hungry, Dave? But I think he's right because you can't really fuck tea. Really?
No. I mean, you can do it so it's not great, but you can't really completely fuck it up, can you?
I think you'd have to actually really try to fuck it up. You'd have to actually really have a go, which, you know what I mean? So good coffee is better. Yeah, so coffee is the elite. I can't believe you don't like it.
Not for me.
Karis didn't like it either when we were together back in the day. But like, yeah, it's the elite. I love coffee. It smells insane. Do you like the smell?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I've never liked it. I'm not like, oh, coffee, oh, get away from me. But I'm just not a fan. It's not for me.
I think I'd find that even more amazing if you actually did that in that posh voice. But yeah, because tea you can't really fuck unless you really, really, really want to go for it. So he's bang on. He's absolutely bang on.
I do keep seeing videos of Americans making them in a microwave. That is the way to show.
Yeah, I'll have a word. I'll have a fucking word when I get over there.
Yeah.
You know what I might do? I might go over there and be like, sorry, do you have tea over here? I might take my own bags and like make them have a taste sensation. I don't think you're allowed to take your own bags, so are you? You have to declare it or something.
It's food, isn't it? So possibly.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I just know if I was over there and I asked someone for a tea and they gave me an iced tea, I'd possibly have a tantrum.
But do you know what I love? You go into a restaurant or a cafe and coffee is unlimited. Oh, the dream. Why is that not over here?
Jugs.
Why is that not over here? The fucking dream. I was in New York and she was like, coffee, darling? And I was like, yeah. She goes, it's free refills. I was like, oh, So I'd leave the diner like fucking wired. Oh my god, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. It's probably like dude in the van. He probably had too much coffee. Well, that's what I did. So yeah. I'm on the old caffeine, folks. Anyway, Jamie, and finally, for the last couple of weeks, what else is Callum treating us this week?
You can directly control how strange someone else's day will be just by acting weird.
That's amazing.
That's
I'm
incredible.
so going to start doing that. Just going to walk into the airport and go, oh.
You won't believe this guy saw at the fucking airport. Like, here you go, job done.
It's fucking ginger twat. It was fucking weird. I don't know what he was doing. He kept making monkey noises while walking like an Egyptian. It was weird. I'm pretty sure that's a fucking song as well.
It is.
And I would make a joke about who sang it, but I don't know who sang it, so I can't fucking make the joke.
The Bangles, come on.
He were fucking Bangles, he were. Fucking mental bastard. Thinking he were a monkey, but singing Bangles at me. Walking like a fucking Egyptian over here. Well, yeah. I'll be honest with you, I do like walking up to my colleagues randomly, walking past us going, and like making stupid, do you know what I mean? Just doing stupid noises. And they're like, what are you doing? So, what we should start doing, Jay, is start getting random words into your sentences. Ooh. It's like, oh, hi, yes, I'm here to check in with the suck my dick. And I'm basically, what I need to know is it gate 4?
We used to do that at Sainsbury's because we always used to fucking hate the store manager. Before we'd have managers' meetings, we'd all be like, right, let's pick a word. And the competition is to get that word into this manager's meeting somewhere. And it'd be like the most weirdest word. And the way people get them in there was absolutely superb. I like that. We need to bring that back.
Yeah, I was talking to the ladies at work today, and they said, "Oh yeah, they would." Apparently, one was, "Oh, let's just have a sit down there for me. Let's get a stroink on it." And it's just like amazing. That's absolutely amazing. This little old lady, she's like, "Okay, love." So basically, if I was to put this ruling against your head, I just want to put a duck in it, okay?
And he's right, because that person walked away going, I swear he said, I want to put a duck on my face with my glasses. I'm so confused.
Mate.
What a weirdo.
Do you know what? Callum, I want to thank you, because I'm now going to have so much more fun in America this next couple of weeks, because I'm going to start doing that. And I'm going to make them think the Brits are mental.
I was going to say, they're just going to think you're a quirky Brit.
Yeah. I'm intrigued as to when I open my mouth. I'm intrigued to see if anybody's like, oh my God, a British guy, or what the fuck are you doing here? Oh, yeah, we'll soon see. But I'm going to be so strange. Just because because no fucker knows me over there. So it's just going to be so much fun. Yeah, I can't wait. I literally cannot wait. And I reckon Brain's going to love it. So we'll get the Tourette's going. Callum, thank you so much, my friend, for the superb edition of the Treachins. Jamie, I've now got to follow this.
Do indeed, sir.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Ooh.
And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. Somebody, Jamie, was listening to Whitechapel. Okay. The album This Is Exile. This is the comment that they put. I not speak English very well, but this music is a fucking. That's it.
That's it. I feel like there should be another word after that, sir. Could you please elaborate?
He said his English wasn't very well, so.
Word. That's why it took a break. It's not feeling very well.
No, exactly. Unknown numbers call me and expect me to talk first. Well, welcome to the breathing competition.
I do that, but I've never thought of it as a breathing competition.
Whenever I get they're like, we talk about your accent. I'm like, my accent? What accent was this? What happened to me? I didn't wonder where my legs had gone. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm in heaven right now. So, if it doesn't exist, this is where I am. So
I don't let them get that far. I literally get a hello, am I talking to her? No, goodbye. Let's go.
But Jamie, your insurance is due. We owe you £1 million.
He'll make me, motherfucker.
Me peeling a banana. I'm sorry, sir. May I take your jacket? Co-worker also in the break room. Do you think that other people can't hear you?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I take a banana to work every day and that's just ruined it for me now. It's all I'm going to think.
Oh, mate, I'm so doing that as well when I go to America. The middle of the grocery store. Hello, sir. May I take your jacket?
I love that.
Jamie, cheese is just a loaf of milk.
Oh, no.
Wait, well, this implies a liquid form of bread. Yeah, beer. Fuck!
I suppose that's kind of true, isn't it?
Oh. Somebody went to a Pixar meet and greet, okay? Buzz Lightyear, I'm a talking toy. Dory, I'm a talking fish. Lightning McQueen, and I'm a talking car. Guy from Up, my wife died. Everyone. Dory, I'm a talking fish.
Yes, Dory. Fucking love Dory. I still say that first 10-15 minutes of Up is the most traumatic, depressing thing in film history. It's heartbreaking.
Great movie, though.
It's a good film.
Dad, so how do you make the number one disappear? You add a G and it's gone. My dumbass. Wong?
To be fair, it took me longer than it should have to click onto that.
Oh.
I feel like that's something I would say. That's the most upsetting thing about it.
One? A client this morning called their PTSD spicy deja vu and I just lost it. Oh, and Jamie.
That is the one trend for like the current things kids talk, calling things spicy. It really does make me chuckle because that is great.
Oh, this is for you. You're going to love this. An actual conversation I had with my lawyer. Lawyer, just sent for you the contract for, I need you to sign it again. Oh, but didn't I already sign it? Yes, you did, Mr. Collier. You signed it. I'm Batman. Look, we've been over this. You cannot sign documents as Batman, the Dark Knight, or the Protector of Gotham. Only your full legal name will suffice. Okay, lawyer, show me a shred of legal evidence proving I'm not Batman. Lawyer, look, are we seriously having this conversation again?
We're having this conversation again. But he's got a point. Where's the evidence?
The fact that Batman's not fucking real, Jamie? That might help.
Where's your proof that it's not real?
Although I saw a GTA, someone on GTA was Batman on GTA, and he kept fucking with this guy because he drove through a red light. And he's like, apologize to the red light. And he's like, no. He's like, fuck off, who are you? Like over the headsets. He's like, mate, just leave me alone. He's like, but I'm Batman, you should apologize to the red light. You drove through a red light, you should apologize. And like he's trying to kill him and shoot and run him over, and he keeps ducking and diving and flipping like Batman does. And I was like, this is actually fucking
amazing.
And then he catches him and throws him off a building. Oh. So I got a Scottish joke for you, and I really haven't butchered my own fucking accent here. Jamie, what's blue? And if it fell out a tree, it would kill you.
Go on.
A fridge with a denim jacket on.
You couldn't even finish that about me laughing, mate. That's so much better.
Oh, so good. It's just so stupid. Oh,
they're the best jokes, the stupid ones.
I'm trying to imagine, right, what it would take for me to yell at a waiter, server, waitress, etc. Like, if I ordered an omelette and they brought me a bowl of rats, but I'd probably still be like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You seem to have brought me someone else's bowl of rats."
It upsets me when I can relate to these entries sometimes because I know I'm not going to be the same.
Oh.
When we went to afternoon tea last week, one of the plates that was there, because they gave us two, one of them was filthy. I was like, I'll just use the first plate again. It's fine. I won't say anything.
Of course you did. But to be fair, I can't respect you for it because, like, kids don't fucking care. They'll be like, "Oh, why are you so ugly?" and then do a cartwheel.
Could never do a cartwheel.
I could never do a cartwheel. I never got my legs up.
No.
Well, this is going to make you fucking hate society. A girl from my due dates group on Facebook is having a C-section on December 25th, and she wants to name her daughter Christmas Day. She asked for opinions or other holiday name ideas, and I suggested Noel or Ivy. And she replied, don't know about those. They're kind of weird sounding.
Oh, fuck me. What is wrong with these people? Stop giving your children names that they're going to get bullied for when they're older, you fucking Fruit Loops.
I love how fucking proper you sound, though.
I really did.
Oh, yeah.
Even I heard it that time.
I'll give a couple more. As soon as I get paid, rent's due, lights due, car note due, insurance due, mountain due, baby shark due, everything dang. Every dang thing's due. Oh.
Never forget a Baby Shark reference on this show.
To whom it may concern, vague, weak, ignorable. To whom it will concern, ominous, strong, alarming.
I'm going to start opening my emails to potential guests like that now. To whom it will concern.
And finally, Jamie, what is the most useless piece of video game knowledge you know? Somebody replied that the German title for Zelda, Ocarina of Time, is the silliest fucking thing, and yet no one ever talks about it. Do you want to know what it's called? The Legend of Zelda, Das Flutenduten. That's amazing.
Never had an interest in Zelda games until right now.
That beats everything. I'm not even going to finish. And that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
That's fucking incredible.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com.
Mr. Stevens.
That was definitely planned.
Wasn't actually.
Jamie, 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 Jamie.
I can't remember what that was.
Okay. You find out.
I'm going to get it in a minute. It's audience participation time.
Participate, bitch.
Got it. Yeah, got it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge.
I thought because of the big announcement this week, you have some bullet for my Valentine.
I like it. That was good. This week, we said, with the reunion shows of bands like The Blackout, Slayer, and more happening lately, this week we are asking, what band would you like to see reunite, even if it's just for a one-off performance?
Slayer got back together.
Yeah, they got back together for like a festival show or something.
Oh, I wonder why people kept talking about them.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that. I don't really know, mate. I was trying to think about this. I'm trying to think of who I absolutely loved that aren't there anymore. And I generally can't think of anybody.
I struggled with this one. I came up with one that I could think of for definite.
Go on.
And that's, even though the band is technically still together, but I want to see Skid Row with their original singer. That is a major bucket list band for me, which I know will never happen because they fucking hate each other. But that is my dream one, just to see them back, the original lineup.
Yeah,
that's my one.
I'll be honest, I can't answer. I don't know. Because if I thought of anybody that had broken up, they've all got back together already. So, yeah.
That's when there's that many bands getting back together now. Just, yeah. But right, let's get some
maybe
more
NSYNC.
And good shout. Actually, I think they are getting back together.
There you go.
There you go. Right, let's get some audience answers. Our friend Dan Carter says Dillinger Escape Plan and Chimera. I never got into Dillinger.
No, listen to them. I liked a couple of Chimera songs, so
yeah, I heard a couple of Chimera ones. They were all right. Now, this guy normally goes towards the end of the show, but do you know what? Patooey to you, Mally Malpass, because he says Kiss, just so I can continue to hate them in real time.
There you go.
Not happy with you.
There you go. He speaks truth.
No, he doesn't. Jade Couchman says the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I didn't even realise they'd broken up, to be honest with you.
Oh, that was ace. Yeah, they were good.
They were good. Josh Clark says Daft Punk. Did some great songs, fair play. Ruby Goodwin, she says, if we're allowed to resurrect the dead, then I'm going to ask for Typo Negative. Fair. Can't argue that one. And she said, also, in that case, if we're resurrecting the dead, can I have Michael Jackson back as well, please? Fair. Fair. I would have loved to see Michael Jackson live. That must be an incredible show to see. Adam Lancaster, with a band that I know of. I know are really famous. I know lots of people that like them, but I don't know them at all. And that's Caius. He's the main one that springs to his mind. I don't really know Caius. Jerry Keane says, good time asking this one, guys. And then just posts a picture of the Slayer announcement. There you go. I would quite like to see Slayer again. Joe Coleman, the Smiths. Yeah, but I think Morrissey and Thingy fucking hate each other, so that's probably never going to happen. P.R. Brown, Rage Against the Machine. I swear they only broke up like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But he wants them back already.
Bless him. He's obviously mourning still.
He absolutely is.
He's feeling that grief.
Andy Powers says, there's only one for me, and that's Oasis. Again, they fucking hate each other. I find a lot of these bands people want back together. They won't happen because the members hate each other now.
I reckon... I don't know why. I have a feeling in my guts that Oasis will do a CM Punk. Oasis will come back, I think.
I think eventually.
Yeah, they will. If the money's right, they definitely will.
Yeah. I think I heard somewhere recently that Liam offered it to Noel and he's like, nah, I'm busy.
Yeah, it's because Liam was the prick and now Noel's like, I'm not feeling your shit anymore.
Pretty much.
But, yeah.
Jerry Keane is back again and says The Jam. They've really got into The Jam. Wasn't a Paul Weller fan. Mark Woodyat says Ruben.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah. Kirsten Sprinks. Again, she's asking Typo Negative if we can bring back Pete. I feel a lot of people miss typo negative. Jamie Walker. This made me laugh. A very obscure wrestling reference that very few people are going to get. But he wants 3MB back together. We all do. We all do, Jamie. We all do. Apart from Drew McIntyre, he probably doesn't.
No.
Donna Stevens, New Kids on the Block. I'm amazed that hasn't happened. With all these boy band reunions. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple more. Darren Stevens stole my heart with this one because I don't care anyone says this song is fucking great because he wants the Osmonds because he cannot get enough of those crazy horses. I love that song.
I didn't realize it's the fucking Osmonds.
Yeah.
I think he's taking the piss.
Donnie and his keyboard. And last but not least, it's the man himself, Ryan Williams. He says, so this one's actually a little bit tough for me because of the fact that the bands that I want reunited, one or more of the band members is dead. However, if we're able to resurrect the person or get a pass from heaven, because holograms are not the same, there, I would choose Queen with Freddie Mercury. I'm amazed no one else said that. I would choose Kurt Cobain for Nirvana. I would choose the Beatles and Bob Marley and the Wailers. Oh, and the Rat Pack. Good choices. Very solid choices. Also, I know this isn't a real band, but I absolutely loved the episode or two on Saved by the Bell when they had this band, the Zack Attack. What a reference! I could love a bit of Saved by the Bell. And another band that was only for a movie but still love to see reunited was The Wonders from That Thing You Do. I've never actually seen that film. I've heard very good things about it, but never watched it.
Nope, same.
I'll have to add it to my list. There we are.
Well, thank you to absolutely everyone that participated in Jamie's challenge. We appreciate you so very, very much, as always. And yeah, it's great. That was a good one this week as well, Jay. So good shout. But we'd really, really appreciate it if you enjoyed Jamie's participation challenge, Tom's Journal, Callum's Preachings, the what? At the beginning of the show and the interview. Then enjoy the other 120 editions of the Chronicles of Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from, Spotify, Google, Apple, etc. But what we'd really like you to do is follow us on all the social medias at TCO Pod, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at TCO Pod, or come on our YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when new videos are released, and comment to your heart's content. So that's social media at TCO Pod, any social media channel, or YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast.
Before we get out of here, let's say a little thank you to a few of our friends. Every single piece of music you have heard on today's edition was brought to you by the singer-songwriter, Matt Roberts. Go follow him on social media at Matt Roberts Music. Go check out all of his beautiful back catalogue of music. There's some absolute bangers there. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to Mr. Braden Barry and his SayWeCanFly.shop. Head on over to SayWeCanFly.shop. Have a look at the beautiful apparel, the vinyl records, the signed lyrics, the signed photos. You name it, it's all there. Add what you like to your basket and enter that discount code, The Chronicles, and get yourself 10% off your order. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. And I mean everywhere. This is not a UK issue. This is a very much a worldwide issue where people in the alternative community are being treated differently just because of the way they dress, the music they listen to, whatever it may be. So head to the website, sophielancasterfoundation.com, familiarise yourself with Sophie's story, and find out what you can do to help. And last but not least, massive thank you to this handsome fella right here.
Thank you, mate. Right back at you. Another glorious edition in the bag.
A glorious edition indeed, sir.
Frank, thank you so much for taking time out of your insanely busy schedule to sit and chat to us. It was so much fun, and we definitely can't always do it again for a proper longer and more in-depth interview. But, Jamie, as for this week, we're going to see you all in 3 weeks' time.
Ooh, break. Goodbye, everybody. Bye!